Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through stacks of sources, find the core ideas, and give you a shortcut to really understanding complex topics.
Yep. Saving you time, getting you informed.
And today, we're diving into Jennie Allen's book, Find Your People. No, this isn't just another book on, how to make friends.
No, not at all. It goes much deeper. It explores why we desperately need these deep, authentic connections. It's about our fundamental human design.
Exactly. And critically, how we can actually build them, especially now when things feel, well, pretty isolating for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So our mission today is to really unpack the heart of this book. We'll look at the key principles, but also, importantly, the real-life stories and examples she uses. Those really bring it alive.
They really do. And it starts by tackling this huge issue, what Allen calls the fathomless ache we all experience, loneliness.
That phrase, fathomless ache, it really captures it, doesn't it?
It does. It's this pervasive thing in modern life. So many people feel it, but it's often hard to put into words or even fully grasp how deep it runs.
And for Jennie Allen, it wasn't just theoretical. I mean, she kicks off the book with this incredibly honest story.
Oh, yeah, the panic attack.
Right. While editing the very book about community, she said she felt like a fraud because she felt she'd lost all of mine, meaning her own people. That level of vulnerability from an author right at the start, it's powerful.
It really is. It immediately tells you, okay, she gets it. She's not just talking at us, she's been in it. It makes the whole thing so much more relatable.
Yeah, it grounds the whole concept.
And that feeling, that need for connection, it's universal. She brings in her neuro buddy, Kurt Thompson,
Yeah.
and this idea that every single one of us is fundamentally looking to be seen, soothed, and safe. It's not just a nice to have, it's wired into us. It's a core human longing.
And the numbers she shares really back that up.
Oh, definitely. The stats are sobering.
Well, more than 3 in 5 Americans report being chronically lonely. 3 in 5. And it's getting worse.
And the health warnings. That loneliness is worse for us physically than obesity, smoking, lack of healthcare access.
Worse than smoking. That's staggering. It really reframes it from just a social issue to a serious health crisis.
Absolutely. And the book does a great job painting pictures of what this loneliness actually looks like day to day. It's not always just being physically by yourself.
Right. It's like celebrating something amazing or grieving something awful, but having no one you can truly, deeply share that with.
Or having a great idea pop into your head, but no one to bounce it off of, No safe space to brainstorm.
Yeah, or dealing with that intense stress from work and just needing someone trusted to vent to, but not having that person.
Mm-hmm. Or even being with people, friends maybe, but still feeling distant, like there's a wall there.
Or just, the simple stuff. Eating alone again, another quiet weekend stretching out with no real plans, no one to just be with.
These aren't small things. They're signs of this deep disconnection from what Allen argues we were actually designed for.
Okay, so if this loneliness is such a deep ache, the book's core argument is that it's because we've drifted. We've moved away from God's original blueprint for humanity.
Yes, the foundational idea, the absolute essence, is that we were never designed to journey through life alone, period.
It's not just that community is nice, it's that we were made for it.
Exactly. And she puts a fascinating theological spin on it. She says, we were not just built for community, we were built because of it.
Okay, unpack that a bit.
Well, she points to the nature of God himself. A Trinitarian, God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, existing in perfect relationship, perfect community. So being made in God's image means we're inherently relational too.
Ah, I see. So our deep longing for connection isn't just like a preference.
No, it's a reflection of the very nature of the God who created us. It's a craving for the reason we exist.
That biblical underpinning feels really central to her argument. She notes how the Bible itself isn't really written to isolated individuals.
Right. It's almost always addressing people together, using you all, the plural form. God is constantly shown building communities, families, nations, the church. It's woven into the entire narrative.
So community isn't just a good idea, it's God's consistent pattern.
And if you see that pattern, it makes our modern way of life seem, well, like a deviation, a major one.
So how does she trace that shift?
She looks back, historically. For countless generations, communal living wasn't a choice. It was just how life worked. Think ancient villages.
Okay.
People hunting together, cooking together, taking care of their kids together, shared lives. She even mentions no locks, no doors, constantly in each other's business.
Wow, no locks, no doors. That's hard to even imagine today. Sounds both appealing and maybe a little intense.
Right. No real privacy as we think of it, but it fostered constant connection. She gives this fantastic example from a trip she took with her husband, Zach.
Oh, the Italian village.
Yes, a
Yeah.
non-touristy one, where everyone knew everyone. A simple trip to the grocery store could take hours.
Not because of lines, but because of all the catching up.
Exactly. Conversations with neighbors, friends, people you actually knew. It's that Cheers theme song idea she mentions where everyone knows your name, a real sense of belonging.
That paints such a vivid contrast to today. So where did things start to change?
The book points to a few major shifts. The Industrial Revolution pulling people into cities, away from villages. Then the emphasis on individualism.
Like the American Declaration of Independence, freedom, independence, individual rights.
Precisely. Those values, while important in many ways, started pushing us away from community. Even the self-help movement, focusing so much on the individual journey.
And then she talks about the nuclear family.
Yeah, that concept really taking hold in the 1920s. 2 parents, 2.5 kids, the house, the car.
Sounds like the dream, right?
Well, maybe, but the book argues it was also a dream for marketers selling consumer goods. Toasters, washing machines, vacuums, one for every self-contained household.
Ah, I see. But the social cost.
Huge. It isolated single people. It overwhelmed young moms stuck at home alone. It marginalized the elderly, often shipped off somewhere else. We got convenience, maybe, but lost connection.
That's a really critical perspective. It wasn't just a natural evolution. It was partly driven by consumerism.
And there's that really surprising example she gives from Africa about washing machines.
Oh, yeah. Tell us that one again.
So, introducing washing machines meant to help actually led to a spike in depression among the women.
Why? Because they weren't washing clothes together anymore.
Exactly. That daily ritual at the river, washing clothes together, was their time to connect, share stories, support each other. The machine took away the task, but it also took away the community built around it.
Wow. That really drives home the point she makes. The more resources a person gets, the more walls he or she puts up, and the more lonely they become.
It's a paradox, isn't it? Progress leading to isolation.
It really makes you question things.
Right.
And on top of all these societal shifts, she adds another layer, a spiritual one.
Right. The idea that the enemy hates community.
Because God is relationship. So anything that builds true community reflects God, and the enemy wants to tear that down.
It adds this element of spiritual warfare to the struggle for connection. It suggests that finding your people isn't just difficult because society makes it hard, but because there's active opposition.
Which means we need to be intentional. It feels like everything stacked against our connection to other people.
Which leads us to the practical part. If it's this hard, if we're designed for it, but everything pushes against it, how do we actually build it?
Yes, the how-to. What are the tools?
Allen lays out 5 key patterns, 5 pillars she observed in those thriving, connected communities. These are the building blocks.
Okay, let's get into them. The first pillar is proximity, just being close.
Sounds simple, but it's foundational. The idea is that physical closeness creates the opportunity for emotional closeness. We are meant to be emotionally close to the people we are physically close to.
Makes sense. You can't connect deeply with someone you never see.
Exactly. And she gives her own example. When she moved to Dallas, she made this plan. 5 friends in 5 miles.
Intentionally finding people nearby.
Yes. So that spontaneous stuff could happen, like the story about her friends Lindsay and Kirk just dropping by one night.
Oh, yeah. They were still in their family picture outfits.
Right. Just showed up around 7:30 p.m. Jennie was in her bathrobe. They ended up staying for hours around the fire pit. It wasn't planned. It just happened because they lived close.
And she said that interrupted our nothing night and took the friendship deeper.
That's the power of proximity. It allows for those unplanned, ordinary moments where real connection happens.
And she mentions the research about needing, what, like 200 hours of interaction to become best friends?
Yeah, about 200 hours. And the point is, you don't get those hours through scheduled coffee dates alone. You get them through shared mundane life.
Like cooking together, eating together, cleaning up together, just doing life side by side.
Exactly. Those everyday activities clock the hours naturally.
So the takeaway is, look around. Who's already near you? At work, church, in your neighborhood?
And then you have to initiate consistently. Put yourself out there. Don't just wait.
Okay, pillar 2. Transparency, being safe. This is about vulnerability, right?
Yes, vulnerability is the soil for intimacy. We have to be willing to lower our walls, the ones we build up because of past hurts or fear of judgment.
That's a tough one for a lot of people, including Jennie herself, apparently.
Oh, yeah. She shares how two different friends, Jessica and Courtney, basically told her the same hard truth. You never need anything. I want you to need me more.
Wow. That must have been hard to hear.
For sure. But it made her realize she was keeping people at arm's length because she'd been judged before as a pastor's wife or had her motives questioned, so she stopped letting people see her needs.
It's a subtle form of wall building, isn't it? Trying to seem like you have it all together.
Totally. And she contrasts this with places like Haiti or parts of Africa, where living conditions often force a certain level of transparency. You can't hide as easily.
Survival depends on relying on each other.
Right. Vulnerability becomes necessary. As the book says, vulnerability is choosing you and me. It's asking us to come out of hiding and engage. It means sharing the hard stuff, not just the highlights.
And she shares a powerful example of doing that herself with her small group about struggles with one of her kids.
Yes, she finally really opened up about the hard. And they already kind of knew, but her vulnerability allowed them to truly step in.
And the response was just acceptance. You aren't a bad mom. The battle is the Lord's.
And she just wept, feeling this immense relief and safety. It perfectly illustrates that key line. You will only be as close to a friend as you are vulnerable with her.
So practically, how do we cultivate this?
Be intentional. Plan get-togethers where you can actually talk without distractions. Maybe even give friends a heads up, like, hey, I've got some stuff I'd love to process with you.
Lead by example. Share your own struggles first.
Absolutely. And ask deeper questions. Move beyond, how are you? Ask things like, what are you longing for right now? Or what's making you anxious this week? Questions that invite real sharing.
Okay, that leads into pillar 3, accountability, being protected.
Yeah,
This isn't just about being nice, is it?
definitely not. This is about needing people who will speak truth, challenge us, call us higher, even when it's uncomfortable. Accountability calls us to live better.
It's about growth, not just comfort. Jennie shares that story about her sister-in-law Ashley and friend Lindsay confronting her.
Yeah, telling her she had a hard heart about a relational conflict she was in.
Oof. Another tough conversation.
Right. Her first reaction was resistance, defensiveness. But because she trusted them, she listened. And eventually it led to tears and peace. She says they lasso me and pull me in to Jesus.
That lasso image is so good. Being pulled back when you're drifting, that's real protection.
And it contrasts sharply with the example from Just Childhood in Nairobi.
With the elders being everywhere.
Yes. Community elders who would just correct kids on the spot. You couldn't really get away with much because someone was always watching lovingly but firmly. That's often missing in our individualistic culture.
We lack that built-in correction mechanism. And it's not just about spiritual or moral stuff, right? The book mentions financial accountability, too.
Yeah, her small group discussing major financial decisions together, getting shared wisdom, avoiding pitfalls. It brings tremendous source of peace, accountability in practical life.
So the advice here is pretty direct.
Hmm.
Choose friends who will actually make you better, not just ones who agree with everything.
Exactly. Give them permission, ask them point blank, hey, what do you see in my life where I need to grow?
Reject the nice friends who just let you stay stuck. Seek out people who challenge you, who have different perspectives.
It requires courage, both to ask and to receive.
Okay, pillar 4, shared purpose. Getting deep. This is about friendship being about something more than just hanging out.
Yeah, the idea that the richest relationships often form when people are working towards a common goal, a bigger mission. Friendship must be about something.
And the example she uses here is incredible. Marvin W. Burnham.
Oh, the House of Forgiveness. Such a powerful story.
This man, bedridden in a nursing home, right?
Yeah, but instead of just fading away, he creates this mission right where he is. People come to his room to confess things, find forgiveness. He turns his room, the staff, into this little community focused on this one purpose.
It's amazing, finding purpose and community in the most unlikely circumstances. It shows it's not about where you are, but what you're doing together.
Absolutely. And she connects this to big historical ideas, too, like the early humans in the Fertile Crescent having a shared mission, and that C.S. Lewis quote.
Those who have nothing can share nothing. Those who are going nowhere can have no fellow travelers.
Right. You need a shared direction, a common pursuit.
So, practically speaking, how do we find this shared purpose?
The advice is simple. Go do something together. Look at what you're already doing. Work projects, volunteering, kids' sports, church activities.
And ask, who could I pull into this with me?
Or flip it. Whose mission could I join? It's about weaving relationships into the fabric of your existing life and commitments, not adding another separate thing to your schedule.
Integrate, don't isolate. Makes
Uh,
sense. Okay, the final pillar. Consistency. Being committed.
This might be the toughest one. It's about choosing to stay. Sticking with people through the hard stuff, the conflicts, the inconveniences, not bailing when it gets difficult.
Because real life is difficult sometimes. Friendships hit bumps.
Exactly. And the temptation is often to just withdraw or walk away, but true community requires commitment. She shares that moment with her sister-in-law, Ashley.
After a hard conversation, Ashley said, I am staying. This is me fighting for us.
That's commitment. It communicates that the relationship is more important than the disagreement. As the book says, conflict should make friendships, not break them.
That requires seeing conflict differently, not as an end, but as an opportunity for growth.
Like that Italian family analogy she uses again, fighting loudly at dinner.
But knowing they'll be back at the same table tomorrow for lunch.
Yes. Conflict is safe when you know you won't quit each other. The commitment creates the safety net for the messiness.
So how do we handle conflict constructively?
Assume the best in the other person. Don't jump to negative conclusions. Keep short accounts. Deal with stuff quickly. Don't let resentment build.
Be quick to apologize, even if you didn't intend to hurt someone.
Yes. Acknowledge their hurt. And aim to be a peacemaker. If you sense tension, address it gently.
And beyond conflict, consistency just means showing up, even when it's inconvenient.
Right. Choosing inconvenience. We're often experts at quitting each other, she says. We need to actively fight that.
Find ways to log those hours. Borrow sugar from a neighbor instead of running to the store. Drop by unexpectedly for 5 minutes. Invite people into your normal family dinner.
It sounds messy, and sometimes it is, but she's adamant. Unless and until you and I get serious about logging time with people, significant, messy, real time, we will remain lonely. It's a daily choice.
Those 5 pillars, proximity, transparency, accountability, shared purpose, consistency, provide a solid framework. But she also warns about traps, right? Things that sabotage connection.
Yeah, briefly but importantly. Things like codependency, expecting friends to meet needs only God can. Or its opposite, independence, thinking you don't need anyone.
Busyness as an excuse to avoid messy connection. Gossip, which just destroys trust.
Comparison, always competing instead of celebrating. Laziness, just waiting for others to make the effort. And self-sabotage things like being easily offended, holding grudges, not sharing hurts, pushing people away.
Recognizing those in ourselves is key. It's like step 1 is admitting you have a problem.
Definitely. So putting it all together, building this kind of community, it's clear it's not easy. It's hard.
But as the book emphasizes, it's God's best way, and it's worth it. We can do hard things.
Absolutely. And ultimately, she circles back to Jesus.
Foundation for it all.
Right. The one friend I have found to be most consistent, the one who sees us at our absolute worst and still loves us, calls us friends. That's the ultimate security. You are never alone. You have Jesus, and he has you.
That's such a crucial reminder that even as we pursue human connection, our deepest belonging is already secure. So as we wrap up this deep dive, there's this one final thought stemming from Jennie, sharing her own heart, that really sticks with me.
The struggle with her child and the small group's response.
Yes, when they told her, you aren't a bad mom. We aren't going anywhere. We're in this with you. That kid you love is our kid too. We have this.
Such powerful words. It highlights that point.
Yeah.
You and I don't need 50 people to know our heart, but we do need a few who are in it with us.
Just a few. That feels manageable.
And it's that shared experience, communal grief and communal joy that really knits hearts together for the long haul, sharing the highs and the lows.
So maybe the question for you, the listener, is this. What is your heart right now? What's the struggle, the vulnerability you're maybe carrying alone?
And then who are the few? Who are the people you need to let into that heart? The ones you need to be in it with.
Maybe this week you could take one small step towards one of those people. A call, a text, maybe even an invitation for an unplanned coffee or walk. Let that vulnerability open the door.
It's worth the risk. Until next time, keep diving deep.